Happy Memorial Day, everybody. All right, so we're going to go into the charts and some setups that I'll possibly keep my eyes out for this week. Because it's Memorial Day, for the Easy MT5, I'll run a special for you guys because some of you guys still want the MT4s. Yes, that'll be included. By the way, very important, I am working on a brand new, and it should be released the first week or the second week of next month. You'll have two more trading systems available for you, one for TradingView and one for the MT5 and MT4. So this is a great time to go ahead and grab your membership to the Easy MT5. And again, if you join today, the new release of the MT4 and MT5 indicator will be included. Normally it's just the MT5s, but if you become a member today, I'll include the new indicator for you when it's released, along with all the current MT4 trading systems we already have. Okay, so be on the lookout. Two more trading systems coming your way starting next month. All right, let's get into the charts. So this week, today, the markets are very, very slow because there is no volume. Again, today is Memorial Day. So as soon as I'm done with this, I got one more task. And then after that, I'm going to turn on the pit and just cue me up some, smoke me some links. Probably that's about it. Just smoke some links. Alrighty, so anyway, AUD and the CAD, I don't see anything yet. Guys, this is what I do. I like to just look and see. Now, here's something where I keep my eye on it. I look for confluence on the 4-hour time frame where I see price action is dancing off of a trend line, whether it's the outer trend line or the inner trend line. And this is all part of your Easy MT5 membership. So all the trading tools that I'm showing you, they're all available here for you to look at. So currently, when I'm trading a futures market, I'm typically doing this one. But there's going to be a new system coming out for you as well. By the way, also for those who have the parallel universe, there's going to also be updates to this as well, and I'll tell you more closer to it. So you're going to get a new trading view indicator, new MT4, MT5 indicator, and you're also going to get updates on this starting next month. So again, great time to join the Easy MT5 membership. It's very, very cheap. Anybody can afford it. And again, if you join today, you will get the MT4s, which is normally not included. Okay. All right, so when price action is dancing off of a trend line, off of the 4-hour time frame, and you get the daily dot right here, which is included in your membership, and also the golden zone, which is also included. Okay, this is the SRs, the support and resistance levels. So when I see that confluence, this is really where I start paying attention, and I drop down to the lower time frame, wait for my scanner to send an alert. And there you are. As you can see, it's already telling me, and look at price action as we speak, it's already telling me this has the potential to buy. Okay, that's it. Keep it very simple. Trading does not need to be difficult. Now, why wouldn't I take this trade today? One simple reason, because the market is off today. The market is slow. There's no volume, so no need to jump into trades right away. But that's what I'll be looking for. Okay, multiple confluences on a higher time frame. For an example, look at right here, same thing. Price action is supported right here. You got your Goldie, you got your daily dot, supply and demand zone. There you go, it took off. So again, same thing here. You see the same thing, daily dot, Goldie zone, bounced off of here. Enter here, put your stop loss below the low and see what happens. But again, I just wait for volume, okay? I'm waiting for volume. This is a trade that I sent out to our copycat members, which, by the way, if you don't want to trade on your own and you just want us to, you just want to be copied when we're taking our trades, then right here, super easy copycat is wonderful. Because when I take a trade or one of the members take a trade, one of my team members, you'll see this is the software. This is me taking a trade here. It'll pop up over here. I close a trade here. It closes here. I close half position here, close half position there. It's really just that simple. Okay. All right. Nothing complicated, nothing to overthink. We keep everything very, very simple. All right. Let's get back to the charts. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Let's keep going. So that was a winning trade, and I could have held it for longer, but, I just didn't for whatever reason. All right. Let's keep going. Nothing here. Nothing here. I'm keeping my eye on EG. I do like that it has a sharp slant pattern, but it's coming right back to a support line, as you guys can see. And here's the golden zone right there. Yeah, it's coming back to a support level. So I'm just patiently waiting. Okay. I'm patiently waiting to see what happens. Now, this is why I don't wait for just one. I wait for confirmation because it can break through. These are just areas, okay? It's not like precise on the dot. This is why I look for confluences. Confluence. I look for multiple confirmations that this is what it's going to do because, of course, it can go through a little bit more or a little bit less or whatever. So when I have confirmation, such as buy candles or whatever, something else, the supply and demand zone, support resistance, confluences showing, hey, this is it, touching off of, and I really prefer when it's touching off, kissing off of a trend line. You can see right here it crossed, and then this upper trend line, inner trend line crossed, and right there it kissed off of both of them, and that's where the support was. Right there, same thing. Same thing. This one hasn't touched the trend line yet, so I'm waiting for a trend line touch. So I see that it's in an area of reversal, but I'm still waiting for more confluence, okay? So again, don't just jump in just because of one thing or another. You want multiple confluences to show, okay, this is possible, all right? I've got my eye on this one. This one, I have my eye. See how it's sitting right here on this trend line? And you can see that the outer trend line, how do you know the outer trend line? That's the one where I have my fingers, okay? And you can choose different types of trend lines settings, okay? They have the Captain America stars, look, see, thumbs? All right, click right here, watch. I'm gonna switch to the Captain America stars. And you got all these different choices to change it to whatever. I'm gonna change it to the Captain America stars. And now you can see the Captain America stars, but you also have the plain trend line. So that means that both the inner trend lines and the outer trend lines are also matching up and showing that price action is sitting at this resistance level. And that's the reason why it's struggling. So it's touching. We have a reversal candle right here, which is a good one. See that reversal candle? That's a strong reversal candle. So we're showing strong reversal action right here. So I do have my eyes on that one. Let me drop down to the 15-minute. So copycat members, this may be, oh, and there we go. We got something there. However, because it's the end of the day, I will wait for a pullback in the evening, and then this one may be one of those that I take an opportunity on. So again, this is multiple confluence. So by the way, I didn't. Sorry guys, I got the sniffles today. Give me a second. Where's my? Oh, my pen is over there. My diamond pen. Let me show you guys my diamond pen. Let's see, got my diamond pen. Okay, got my little diamond pen. All right, so GCAD is on my list. If you're in the copycats group, once I take a trade, if I take a trade on that one, you'll be copied on it. Okay, so I'm just waiting. That's the other thing. Knowing when to get in is also important because a lot of you guys, you jump in and then the market start pulling back on you. Well, that's because you jumped in at a time. Now, this is not 100% true because, you know, the market can pull back at any time. But the majority of the time, when I'm looking at the markets, I'm looking at how close is it during the New York session or towards the end of the New York session. If it's towards the end of the New York session, I tend to wait because I know the New York session, once it ends, the market is going to try to go back up into the trend, and that's going to cause a pullback. So I prefer to wait, okay, until the evening time, but that's on my radar, all right? These are things that we think about when we are taking trades, all right? Nothing there. So far, the only thing that I like is GCAD. For my copycat members, I don't see much of anything else that's enticing me personally at the moment. So therefore, that means I have to wait for volume to pick up. And once volume picks up in the markets, then I'll possibly be looking for some opportunity. And by the way, for those who want to know what is the outer and inner trend lines, and I'll save it this template, click on Save Template. I'm going to save it as Old View right there, and override that. So now you can clearly see what I mean by outer trend lines and inner trend lines. The outer trend line shows the wider expanse of the higher time frame trend, right? But there's price action that can happen on the inside of that as well. And so here's another situation that we're looking at where there's a possible, let me see this. Another possible opportunity. I really like this one. See, outer trend line, intersection. You have your Goldie zone right there. Okay, you see that? Goldie zone, you got everything lined up. Okay, we have a 15-minute arrow, and there's the 15. There it is. Where's the problem? Problem is it's towards the end of the New York session coming soon. I'm sorry, the London session is going to be ending in a little while, and volume is very slow. So therefore, I will wait until later on to see if this still is legitimate, because most of the time it's going to try to pull back up. But that's what I'm looking for. So that's a possibility for me this week for our copycat members. And same thing happening here. But I really am not a fan of it, but nevertheless, okay? So anyway, that's that, guys. Again, one more thing that's very important. If was a fifth, we'll all be rich. Besides the Easy MT5 membership, which I strongly suggest because new trading tools are coming out in your back office pretty soon. So you already have access to all of these for the MT4, MT5, and TradingView, but there's going to be a couple of more that's going to be added here, and it's all part of your membership, so it costs nothing extra. Unlike people are charging $500,000, $5,000 for trading systems, we keep it all in the house for one low monthly fee. Very cheap, okay? And all future trading systems will always be part of your membership. You never pay nothing more than your membership, just like a Netflix. When Netflix come out with new movies, which Jennifer Lopez is coming out with a new movie as well, I just saw this morning. So what? Who cares whether it's Jennifer Lopez, Kevin Hart, or whoever? You never pay more just because they're releasing a movie. It's all part of what? Your membership. Same thing with us. All right, so here's something that's not part of the membership. This is something else for futures traders who want to learn how to trade live. You've seen that that thumbnail thing that showed 780 points live, and you get a free indicator if you join this, which is the futures FUTTRIX. That was with Miss Jenny. So you want to sign up for the New York session. If you want my personal trade alerts when I'm trading the Asian session, because I send them out through, I don't do live anymore. A lot of people have voted in the group and they said, no, man, just send us your trade alerts when you're taking a trade and we can make a decision whether we want to trade or not. Because trading in the evening, people were just getting off work. They had to take care of their kids. So they say, hey, it's too inconvenient. So that's the reason why we converted to a trade alert system for the Asian session instead. So I send out alerts into my personal trading group and Telegram, and people take their trades. But we've been smashing the markets. We only had one loss last week, but we was on a winning streak, and we've been doing very well. And that's for the Asian session. So if that's what you want for the futures market, to trade live, sign up for Ms. New York with Ms. Jenny. If you want just my personal trade alerts, then you sign up here and do that. Okay. Now keep in mind that most of my trades will either be using this breakout system that comes with your membership, or I'm actually just going to be using the parallel universe. Okay, so if you say, okay, well, instead of waiting on Uncle P for the trade alerts, I'll just use this tool, then you want to sign up for the Easy MT5 membership, because I do use the parallel universe quite often to take my trades. Okay, that's what I do. All right, so you got multiple options. Last but not least, people ask me this question all the time, and let me go here. If you want to know about which prop firm for the Forex market, I always say you can start here at, what is their name? Prop firm, hold on, give me a second. propfirmmatch.com. A while ago, they reached out to me and wanted me to endorse them. I could have and maybe should have, but I just didn't. But because I don't endorse companies. But if you want to find out about what is a good prop firm to use for the futures market, for the Forex market, I always tell people to go here, even though I don't really endorse them. But if you want to just do your own due diligence, I don't endorse anybody, because, if they switch up on things, people blame me for whatever reason. But they also have discount codes and so forth and so forth. So again, guys, this is a great place to do your own due diligence. This is why I recommend this site, because you can do your own research. They have challenges, they have discount codes, they have research, they have you can look at reviews for yourself, and you can figure out for yourself whichever one is the best fit for you, whether it's for the Forex market, crypto, or the futures market for prop firms. Okay, so this is why I'm showing you this site. I recommend you do that and find one that fits you best. Okay, that's my recommendation. Okay. Take Profit Trader, if I've used them. Several of these I've used before, so that's that. Now, one last thing. A lot of people say, okay, well, I know you guys copier works on the MT4 and MT5, but my prop firm uses DX Trade or C Trader, Match Trader, or so forth. How do I make it work? Here's where I go to this site, tradersconnect.com, and what I do is I open up a demo account and put our copycat copier onto the MT4 or MT5, and then I use Traders Connect to connect it to the DX Trade, C Trader, Match Trader, or whatever. Okay, and by the way, I can't talk, and Trade Locker is on here as well. I can't say anything because, again, I'm not trying to do an endorsement or whatever, but I can say personally, when I did this connection and I was using the Forex prop firms, was there any issues that were found? No. They never said, hey, we're finding issues. Hey, what are you doing? They never said that to me personally. So that's why I enjoyed Traders Connect. I would connect our copier onto either an MT4 or MT5, because a lot of brokers, prop firms don't use the MT4 and few are using MT5, but our copier works on it, right? So you get on here, it's only $10 per account, so maybe $20 for 2 accounts. So I would connect our copier onto the MT4, MT5, and then have whatever trades that's coming into this MT4, MT5 account, have it copied onto this account, okay? Which is C Trader, Match Trader, Trade Locker, DX Trade, or whatever. That's how I did it. No problems at all. Okay, you guys? Hopefully this video was helpful, and happy Memorial Day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.